Okay.
We're good.
Okay, I'm going to make sure you got your microphones on, please. We'll get started. Okay, good evening. The hour being 6:30 p.m. on Monday, October 10th, 2022. I'd like to call to order the Brookfield Village Board meeting. Would everyone please join me in a pledge of allegiance to the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I believe there's no motions to swear. That's right. Yes. Okay, Bridget, can we have a roll call, please?
Trustee Ketchmark?
Here.
Trustee Conroy?
Here.
Trustee LeClere?
Here.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Here.
Trustees Cote and Hendricks are absent, and President Garvey.
Here. Thank you, Bridget. We do have a few appointments and presentations tonight. The first is the swearing in of Officer Brandon Vallis. Brandon, if you'd like to come up with your family in front of the village clerk, we'll have you sworn in, and then I know Chief Curelo has like a 30-minute presentation. And he wants to. Come up by Bridget. She
Fairly nice.
hasn't bitten anybody in weeks.
I raise your right hand. I, Brandon Vallis,
I, Brandon Vallis,
having been appointed to the office of Police Officer in the Village of Brookfield,
Police Officer in the Village of Brookfield,
in the County of Cook,
in the County of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of
the office of Police Officer
the office of Police Officer
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
And I know Officer Vallis is probably pretty tired. Me and him met at 1:30 this morning. He was doing a dog well-being check on a neighboring dog. So we met out in front of my house at 1:30 this morning. So I know it's been a long night for you. You're a midnight officer. Would you like to introduce your wife? Or?
Sure. This is Francisca Vallis, my wife, and my new soon-to-be
Chief, I think Chief wants to say a few words about you. We're happy to have you around and happy you're sticking around, and congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate the words.
I don't know if I can. I'm going to say a few things real quick. I am very proud to formally introduce the newest member of the police department, Officer Brandon Vallis. Just a few things about Brandon for those of you that don't know. He's 29 years old. As he's introduced his beautiful wife, Franny. They've been married for about 2 years. She is a special effects makeup artist and works on large theater productions in Chicago. I'm actually, some of these notes Brandon gave to me, and just the sweetest things he has to say about his wife, being the backbone and support of everything to him. She actually trained with him before the police academy and pushed him to work harder so that he could achieve his goal of becoming a police officer. Franny, as he's already mentioned, is pregnant, and they're expecting their first child in January. Brandon grew up in Downers Grove and Lisle, and they currently now live in Willowbrook. They both have big families that support them. He went to Downers Grove North High School, and at that time he took automotive tech classes in high school, and that kind of led him into his associate's degree and automotive certification from Triton, and he was a certified GM automotive technician before he came here to work with us. He loves cars, car shows. He loves automobiles. He actually said that that's actually one of the things that he enjoys most, that his office is a vehicle. Yeah. So, and I just want to read this one part about him because I thought he put it so well. He wants to help people who help the community. He wrote, "I take a tremendous amount of pride in my work and try my hardest to make everything that has my name on it be the best it can be. I love challenges and love solving difficult problems. I consider myself to be level-headed and a clear thinker, even under pressure. I enjoy working as a police officer every day because it allows me to assist other people and experience new situations every day. I really enjoy working community events like RV High School football games, parades, music on Grand, movies in the park, etc. I enjoy walking around with our citizens and creating positive interactions in the community. He was worried that this may sound too cheesy, but it just, honestly, Brandon, I think I speak for myself, all of us leaders in the village of Brookfield to just say that this is exactly the type of skill set and you are exactly the type of officer that we want here to serve this community. So I wish you the very best in your career here, and congratulations.
And I want to thank your fellow members of the police department that are here to recognize you tonight, and our Police and Fire Commission members who are here also tonight to honor you. So congratulations, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome to stick around for the rest of the meeting, but you don't have to. I know you've had a long night already, so. Well, congratulations, and look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, the next we have is swearing in of firefighter Wesley Proch. Wesley, if you can please come up with your family.
Is Proch the pronunciation? Okay. Raise your right hand. I, Wesley Proch,
I, Wesley Proch,
having been appointed to the office of firefighter
having been appointed to the officer of firefighter
in the village of Brookfield,
in the village of Brookfield,
in the county of Cote,
in the county of Cote,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of firefighter
of firefighter
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Make sure you get a good video of the scared look. Would you like to introduce your family?
Yeah, this is my wife Ray, my oldest Judah, Malachi, and Zaya.
Let me get a picture, guys.
Perfect. Okay. Now it's
Chief,
your turn.
you want to say a few words?
Of course. All right. Wesley was hired actually last year, September 13th, 2021, and he successfully completed his one-year probationary period, which is why we're swearing him in tonight. Wesley actually is a very interesting background. Firefighter Proch was actually born and raised in Alberta, Canada, which is where a lot of his family still lives, which is why we didn't actually do this last month, because he was up, as soon as he made probation, went up to go see his family because they couldn't come down and see him. After completing high school, he attended Hillsong College in Sydney, Australia. He spent 2 years in the, subsequently, he spent 2 years in the Dominican Republic working in construction as a project manager on a mountain resort project before returning to Alberta to purchase, renovate, and operate a classic neighborhood cafe and convenience store. Again, this is really interesting history. A couple of years later, Wesley relocated to Chicago with his family, where he established his own home remodeling company called Sparrows and Arrows, while pursuing his career in the fire service. After finishing paramedic school, he worked as a contract firefighter paramedic with the Lincolnwood Fire Department. Wesley has earned his Illinois State Fire Marshal certifications as a basic operations firefighter and hazmat operations. He's going to be attending the fire apparatus engineer training in December. He currently lives with his wife Ray and their 3 children in Chicago. Between his construction knowledge and experience and his great attitude, Wesley has been welcome addition to the fire department. The other thing about Wesley is he's actually my first hire as chief here in the town, so it's kind of a little extra special to me. Along with getting his badge, since he's made probation, the other thing that comes off his helmet and goes on his helmet is this ugly orange probationary shield, but it's actually a good thing that way. Not only our members know he's a new guy, but when we go to surrounding towns, they kind of gravitate towards the new guys to put them to work and make sure they can do the job. So it's kind of a symbol of growth and pride in the fire department. You're getting your helmet shield with your operator number, your 104, correct? And that's his number, that's his identity, and that stays with him now for his career, which is, again, being part of the fire service is just an awesome experience, speaking personally, so I can tell and you have that going too. So, but thank you, and I wish you a long and healthy career here.
Yes, very much. Again, congratulations. And thank you to the fire department, for other members who are here tonight. And again, I'm going to offer you the same gift I offer everyone else. You're welcome to stick around, but you don't have to if you want to go celebrate with your family. So, okay. And last but not least, we have David Curelo, who the board previously voted to appoint to our Economic Development Commission. We're going to ask David to come up and be sworn in.
Raise your hand. I, David Curelo,
I, David Curelo,
having been appointed to the office of
have appointed to the office of
Economic Development Commission
Economical Development Commission
in the village of Brookfield,
in the village of Brookfield,
in the county of Coke,
in the county of Coke,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office
the duties of the office
of Economic Development Commission member
of Economic Development Commission member
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
And again, we thank you for your service. You've already jumped in. The Economic Development Commission has already had several meetings, and Dave's been an active participant, and as the manager at Tischler's, plays an important role. So I know you're a busy guy, and we appreciate you taking the time out. So congratulations.
Thank you, President Garvey.
Thank you. And you can leave too if you want. I know you got to open early in the morning. Okay, that ends the items we have under appointments and presentations. At this point, I will open up the meeting to public comment. Is there anyone on my right side that has any public comment? Seeing none, is there anyone on the left side that has any public comment? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to reports of special committees. And in Trustee Cote's absence, I'd entertain a motion to appoint Trustee Ketchmark temporary finance chair for purposes of tonight's meeting.
So move. Second.
The motion was made by Trustee LeClere, second by Trustee Conroy. Any questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Conroy?
Aye.
Trustee LeClere?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny? Aye. Motion passes.
Okay, Trustee Ketchmark, do you have a motion related to the warrants, or?
I'd like to make a motion to approve corporate warrant dated October 10, 2022 in the amount of $2,017,199.46.
Second.
Okay, the motion was made by Trustee Ketchmark, second by Trustee Conroy. Trustee Ketchmark, any highlights or anything you want to point out?
Nothing particular.
Okay. Do any of the board members have any questions or comments related to the warrant? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Conroy?
Aye.
Trustee LeClere?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny? Aye. Motion passes.
Okay. In terms of the rest of Trustee Conroy's, or Trustee Cote's reports, if there's anything, staff will update us on an individual department basis, so. Moving on to Trustee Conroy, Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah, so farmer's market, last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. There's one episode left in this season's installment of the farmer's market. So if you haven't been there in a while, it's a great time to go there. It's harvest time. The produce looks like it's out of a magazine. It's amazing, and the variety. So it's if you can, great time to get there Saturday morning, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. right here in the Village Hall parking lots. And then outside of that, also wanted to recognize the Chamber for their Dancing with the Chamber event that happened, was it 2 Saturdays ago now, or a week ago this past Saturday. So just an amazing event. I couldn't believe the turnout. The place was completely packed. And just wanted to recognize again the dancers for stepping outside of their comfort zone and getting up and putting on a performance in front of a room full of some fans, many strangers, but it definitely wasn't something that I give them a lot of credit for getting up there and making that happen and it was just a really fun night, a lot of laughs. I want to recognize Abby Snow from Brennan Massage and Spa, Chuck Hitzman from Hitzman's Funeral Home, Jason Bauman from Boxless Media, Annette Pardoon from Fill My Jar, Mary Vasquez from Mary's Morning Mix-Up, Dr. Freitas from RB, and Mike Dorr from A Sound Education, Chris Borzum for Betty's Flowers and Gifts, the winner that evening, Doug Fiala from Douglas Auto Body, and Aaron Pesic, who represented Beach Avenue Barbecue. And then also not only that, but the MCs, Brian Shernow did an amazing job along with Amy Weinert and Ann Clark, and then the judges, Teresa Swanson, who helped coordinate the event with the dancers, Mary Viscasel, and then Mr. Hughes also did a great job as the helping entertain and judge the event. So thank you to everybody that put that on. It was a great event and well attended and a unique event to Brookfield that really went over well. So just wanted to recognize them, and that concludes my report.
Thank you, Trustee Conroy. It really was a great event. I was impressed also, and I know the judges had a very hard decision. Each person seemed to be better in the next one, and it was a lot of work and a lot of time, and it was very, very enjoyable. So thank you to everyone that made the effort to make it happen, and the students at RB that made it happen. So great night. Trustee Hendricks is not here to give a report, but we do have 2 planning and zoning items up on the committee of the whole that we'll address in a little bit, and planning and zoning staff are here if there's any questions on those. Trustee Ketchmark, anything on administration, economic development?
Next meeting of the Economic Development Commission is a week from Wednesday. We'll report back after that.
Okay, thank you. Trustee LeClere, Parks and Recreation?
We have not met since our last meeting. Our next meeting is October 18th, 6:30, right here in the courtroom. That's all I have.
Thank you, Trustee LeClere. Trustee Kaluzny, Conservation and Beautification?
Yes, the Conservation Commission met on the 27th of September, debriefed from Meet the Creek, made some good plans for next year, and planned a couple more work days. The next one they have to work on removing some unwanted species from the oak savanna is this Saturday at 8:30 a.m. In the Brookfield Oak Savanna just behind Village Hall here. If anyone's interested in cutting some buckthorn, you're more than welcome to join. And their next meeting is October 25th at 6:30 p.m. And then the Beautification Commission has not met since our last meeting. Their next meeting is tomorrow night at 6:30 if our omnibus item to change their agenda or their normal meeting time passes today. And also, we're working on some fall decorating. You'll see some stuff going up in the next couple of days. And we also did some fall plantings in the planters on Grand on Sunday afternoon. And you would have seen a really nice scene of us trying to shove those birch sticks into the pots. So everyone at Brookfield Breakfast got a really nice show while we tried to do that. And Carl, I'm sorry if that doesn't work out and they fall down, we can remove them. It was an experiment. But yes, their next meeting is tomorrow night, and hopefully you guys enjoy those decorations. That ends my report.
Thank you, Trustee Kaluzny, and thank you to all the volunteers that helped do that. In terms of the Solid Waste Agency, as I think I informed the board, our executive director, Neil James, took a position with the Council of Mayors, and where the agency is looking to do some restructuring with that position and possibly save money. So we're going to be having an executive board meeting coming up about that. I'll keep the board updated. The WCMC had their annual dinner. Since our last meeting, I was not able to make it due to another conflict, but it was very well attended. And just with the Brookfield Zoo, I think this was the first Saturday and we had perfect weather. I think the Boo at the Zoo started this weekend and there was some heavy traffic, but I think things went well. I think there's really good communication going on, and we try and get information out about those larger events and let people know that there might be some backups on Washington and 31st. And one other thing, just in terms of a brief report to the public and the board, at the request of Representative LaShawn Ford, one of our state reps in here in town, he reached out about a month ago asking if we would like to meet with him and express any concerns about legislation out of Springfield that's signed and scheduled to go into effect January 1st related to the Safety Act. Put it out, myself, Trustee Hendricks, Trustee Cote, Chief Adams, Chief Curelo, and Deputy Chief Schreiber all had a meeting here at the Village Hall with Representative LaFord and his Chief of Staff. And I believe our concerns were listened to, addressed. Both of our fire chief and our police chief and deputy chief were very well prepared and had reviewed the act and had made specific recommendations and expressed some concerns. And I thought we had a very good conversation. Representative Ford said that there is some changes anticipated before the law goes into effect January 1st. So I just wanted to make the board and public aware we have used those opportunities. We had made other opportunities. Our police department's involved in the various organizations that have expressed their views to the legislators in Springfield about some of their concerns about that legislation. So I want to believe that our voices will be heard and some changes will be made going forward. So wanted to thank everyone that was involved in that meeting and taking the time in the preparation. Okay, that ends the reports of special committees. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to pass the omnibus agenda.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Kaluzny, second by Trustee LeClere. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Conroy?
Aye.
Trustee LeClere?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We have one item under regular business. I'd entertain a motion to pass a resolution to award a contract for the Public Works ESDA Building interior renovation to YAD Construction LLC in the amount of $197,666.25.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Conroy, second by Trustee Kaluzny. Any questions or comments from the board? Tim, or anything you want to add? I mean, we have a staff memo that explained kind of this was something that we had talked about doing in the past. We put it off for a year, we made other improvements, and this is the next step. It did come in a little bit over the engineer's estimate, but Doug Cooper assured us there's funds available and this is a necessary project. Any other questions or comments from the board? Okay, hearing none, roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Conroy?
Aye.
Trustee LeClere?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, that ends the items we have under regular business. Tim, you have anything from manager's report?
Just one item. It's always fun to welcome new employees to the organization, which we've done tonight. And that's the fun part. The sad part is employees also leave the organization, George. And that's the hard part. It's been a pleasure working with you. George is a gentleman, very intelligent. Wasn't planning on getting emotional tonight, but
Neither was I.
it's been a pleasure working with you. And I'm sad to see you go. I'm not surprised to see you go. I knew this day would come, and I just want to thank you for all your efforts. Look forward to seeing where your career goes in Lake Forest and elsewhere. We have an over-under bet as to when George becomes a village manager somewhere. And I think I'm going to probably win, because I'm not going to tell you what the over was, but the under is pretty short. But you've been great to work with. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. And it's, obviously Tim is very emotional and very sincere. I know myself and the board, obviously, we also, it's mixed emotions. We don't spend as much time with you as the people here at the Village Hall, but you are a big part of what we have done and what we've been involved in, and we get to know you personally. And like you said, as Tim said, it's not a surprise that you are moving on to a bigger and different position. We had hoped you could be here longer, but when you have good people, you lose people to other places. We also know it's a quality of life that you have a beautiful young family, and the commute and everything else. We tried to add a village helicopter to his pay scale and allow him to fly back and forth, but that didn't work. But we truly understand why you're going somewhere else. We know that the village of Lake Forest just won the lottery in terms of getting you, but there will be there's some changes are going to happen here. I know Stevie's going to do an awesome job stepping up, and I know you've been a big help to her already, but on behalf of myself and the board, thank you you've had your hand in so much that's going on. We talked before the meeting, and I got a little emotional too. You've had your hand involved in so many different things, and it's a big loss to the village, but at the same time, because I think we're friends, I'm very happy for you. So congratulations, and thank you for all your service.
Thank you.
So, I just want to...
Can I say a couple things real quick?
Absolutely.
I'm a bit overwhelmed by all that. Tim, thank you very much. Village Board, thank you. I'm very overwhelmed by all this. First of all, working here for the village has been the privilege and honor of my career. I came here not knowing much about the town, and it grew on me a huge amount. And I was telling Tim, and I had 2 kids while I was here, so that will always be something I associate with my family. This really has become a home away from home. So I want to thank the community for welcoming me here and giving me a chance. I want to thank you, the village board, for being just, for someone in my career, at my point in my career. Tim and I talk about this all the time. Having a board like you challenge us in all the right ways and support us is huge. And I learned a lot working for all of you, so I want to thank you sincerely for giving me the chance and the freedom to work things out and try new things. And so that's great. I really appreciate it. And the staff, we wouldn't be able to do anything without the staff that we work with, and I just want to thank all of them. Some of them are here today, huge supporters, and worked along with me, and we struggled together and had some challenges, but I want to thank them sincerely. And last but not least, to me, I came here to work for Tim Weiberg. I knew about Tim. I knew his reputation. Best decision of my career. This man just knows what he's doing, and he's mentored me. He's taught me about life, about being a father, about being a village manager one day, and I'm so lucky that I get to say, on our side, we talk about who we work for, and I'm part of the Tim Weiberg tree, and that means a lot to me. So this village is lucky to have him, and I'm lucky to have worked for him. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, George. And George promised me he'll come back when he wins his Emmy for directing these village board meetings. Those of you watching on TV online, this is all George's project, one of the many projects he has, so he'll come back for his Emmy Award for making us look presentable. So thank you, George. Okay, at this point, at 6:59, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn the village board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
The motion was made by Trustee Conroy, second by Trustee Ketchmark. Roll call, please.
Trustee Ketchmark?
Aye.
Trustee Conroy?
Aye.
Trustee LeClere?
Aye.
Trustee Kaluzny?
Aye.
Motion passes.
Okay, the board meeting's adjourned at 6:59. We'll start the committee